a red lip, French pressed coffee, budgeting, book clubs, and honorable mention high fantasy novels. A good denim pant. I want more. I'm really into denim. I really like denim pants.
For sure.
I'm very concerned.
It's not concern. It's just it's curiosity.
I like.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Intellectual Podcast. We're just putting just a little dash of nuance to the polarizing conversation of the internet. I've gotten so good at saying that, and I'm so happy about it. I'm your host, Jem.
And I'm Renee.
And we're talking about cool things. We're 1 week into the new year.
Yes.
And are you excited?
I am excited. 2023 was a lot of people on the internet for them, I feel like everyone, the general energy is that 2023 was such an ass year.
I concur.
And
I agree.
Yes. I don't think I want to go as far as to say 2023 was just a complete ass of a year. There were definitely a lot of stuff that happened, a lot of really good and a lot of just hard stuff as well. So 2023 was kind of okay, that happened. And it wasn't always the greatest, but there was really great moments. And I don't know. So I feel very I don't think I want to go as far personally to say 2023 was horrible. Because there was a lot of really cool and fun and great moments that I enjoyed. But yeah, kind of the overall vibe is I'm ready for 2024 for sure.
That part for sure. 2023 could have definitely been worse.
Yeah.
For me personally.
Yeah.
But 2022 was way better for me personally. So
yes.
There's that.
For sure.
It was not my favorite year.
2022. In honor. Look back.
Yeah. But I'm not trying to live in the past. So
right.
Moving forward,
yeah.
I am excited for all the things that we're doing this year. And I have a New Year's resolution for this podcast.
Gosh, yes.
I know. Super excited.
I know. If you listen to our manifestation episode, which this is a continuation of in the sense of New Year vibes. Let's keep talking about this sorts of things.
Let's keep talking about the New Year's and shit.
But in our last episode, you said that you did not.
Yeah,
have a New Year's resolution.
Believe in New Year's resolution. I had a lot to say about that.
Here we are. He came back, and now
wait. Let me defend myself. I feel so attacked right now. First of all, second of all, what I was talking about, I still stand by. But that was 2023, Jen.
Oh, shut the fuck
New
up.
year, new
I'm
me.
So done
I
with
reserve the right to change my mind when I am introduced with new information.
I'm so dead. I can't with you for sure. Go on.
Man, that is a very healthy way to interact with the world. I'm not going to be stubborn.
That was last year.
That was last year. It was. What do you want from me?
Oh my God.
It's a resolution for the podcast because I edited all our videos over this break that we had between mid-December till now.
Yeah.
And I realized that I want to speak faster in these videos.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you do kind of pause and elongate.
I speak very slowly. And I'm I don't need to speak that slowly.
Right.
Or do I? I don't. I'm going to try not to.
When I initially thought, you can tell me this is wrong, that you would do that when you were thinking and trying to get yourself to not say so from what it sounded like you were just elongating out.
Those pauses is where the should be.
Exactly. Because there are moments where you would speak kind of more fluidly and then moments where you would kind of say your thought. I think it's you're trying to find the right words and then not trying to say while you're trying to find your thought. So then you kind of elongate out ands and bees and
all the
like
things.
That.
Yes.
Yeah.
That might be true. But also, it's annoying to listen to.
You're just annoyed with yourself.
It's just annoying to listen to for me personally. And
if
I'm annoyed by something, I don't want to subject the listeners
People
to
to
it.
that?
That's so unfortunate.
Oh, no.
And I feel like it kind of takes away from the flow of the conversation.
Totally.
In a way.
I can understand that.
So my goal this year for this situation is to speak quicker.
Wow. And that intro was very fast.
Yeah.
Conversations on the internet. Yeah.
That's a great impression of me.
It was.
Thank you for that
Gotcha.
wonderful ass motherfucking impression. I can always count on Renee to make me feel great about myself. Just, it is what it is. But this episode is going to be about lessons learned from 2023. Our takeaways from 2023. Now that it's over, now that it's in the past, now that version of me was that version of me.
Yes.
What can we take away? Because as we always say, taking things away from the past is how you move forward. And if you can't take anything away from what happened, you're not reflecting properly.
Amen.
If you don't reflect, no, I'm just
quote yourself.
I love that quote.
We've gotten to this point. We're just quoting ourselves.
We have enough content where we can reference and quote ourselves. I kind of love it. It's kind of intense. It's kind of interesting. Then we're going to talk about all the stuff that we're going to do this year.
Yeah.
Or the things we're looking forward to in this coming year. So
yes.
Stay tuned for that. But before that, this week has been crazy.
Yes.
As far as like first weeks of the year go, this 2024 year has been kind of intense.
Yeah.
Like I think there's like earthquakes all around the world on the first.
Wait, it wasn't just Japan? Oh, shit.
Japan had the biggest one, I think.
Okay, got you.
But all throughout the Pacific, there was like little earthquakes. There was some like in NorCal, SoCal, like the Hawaii and shit like that.
The tide was so high at the beginning of the year.
Was it?
Like the first, I don't know if you have driven like because I live like right near the coast. I always see
beach. That's scary.
Damn, not you just saying my location like that.
We're gonna say that
all the time, bitch. All the time. I'm always trying to be like trying to not say it, and then you just say it. Like the love episode I had to record, you literally said like my place of work, and I had to edit it out. And you better be so happy because it was such a tricky spot to try and edit. I better be happy I fucking figured it out. Because I was like, God damn it. Let's not say where I live. But anyways, I live.
Beach is a big ass city, but I understand.
This is fair. But yes, I'm driving on the PCH. Yeah, I'm driving on the PCH, and the tides are just like were massive. Like everyone was saying it was like because of it was. It's like called something, but I literally was convinced for a second. I was like, is there a tsunami that's about to happen? Because the waves like record like. Even in Venice, like literally in Venice Beach, because I was talking to one of my friends she's a surfer and she like knows all this stuff. And she's like, Venice never has like crazy high waves. Like it's very, like it's not the place to go for surfing if you're a surfer. Like, you know. Their waves were insane. Like the waves that were like
20 feet.
I was looking at it. I was like, should I be afraid right now?
I be concerned?
Because the way you could see all the way out, like the waves coming in, like they were heavy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was insane.
Although I will say for tsunamis, the opposite will happen. So you'll see no water, and then you should be very, very concerned and scared. I was looking at a video actually about tsunamis, and it was talking about the way tsunamis like exist. So everyone thinks it's like this giant like tidal wave that comes down and crashes like the waves at the beach. It's a wall of water. Yeah, it's not a wave. It's so cute, so innocuous. All the energy just kind of like just stops at the beach and just flows in water everywhere. No, that's not how tsunamis are. It's like a water wall. Yeah. All the energy is like at the top of it and just keeps going, which is why they're so crazy and destructive. I'm like, that's so much scarier.
Yeah, it makes it worse.
That's so much scarier. It kind of creeps
on you. I saw a video from the tsunami in Japan because of the earthquake that happened. And it was very interesting to watch because I was like, this is not how it would, and it doesn't look very scary at first. Like,
until you're like 6 feet underwater.
Until it's like going and then just keeps like the water just kept going. Like the momentum like just like usually would stop and then recede. Yeah. No receding.
It's just going.
No receding. Very, very
because
scary.
The displacement of water and energy is the thing that causes it. But we're not going to talk about the scientific and mechanics of a tsunami. That's not what this podcast is about. What else happened? Cat Williams happened.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was actually super funny to me. I thought that was the best thing I've seen in a long time. Yeah. Whether it's true, whether he wanted attention, whether whatever. I thought it was really funny. And then the internet's response to all the stuff he was saying and how it's really notorious how comedians like steal jokes or like repackage jokes. And I don't know like the etiquette behind that.
Right.
Because sometimes like, especially on social media right now, everyone's kind of copying each other and stuff like that.
Right.
A lot of old comedians are kind of upset that new comedians were using their stuff or whatever. But comedy's hard. You saw Matt Rife struggle in his thing.
Yeah, I don't like him. He can struggle as much as he wants, but I did see him struggle. Yes,
he was struggling, and comedy's hard. So
yeah.
I get the.
Was that Cat Williams? Is that what he was saying?
He was saying a lot of things.
Well,
but that was part of the things he was saying. And then they were putting clips together of how like Steve Harvey would steal jokes from other people and like the original versus what he said. And it was like just a lot of that. Cedric the Entertainer too, of stuff like that. And how a lot of people were like stealing Bernie Mac stuff. And whatever.
Bernie Mac was mentioned.
So I was like, for sure, this is fine. But it was entertaining to see the response, and like Cat Williams is a character. Yeah, he's so like funny. He's always been like tinfoil conspiracy type person. 100%. So I enjoyed that conversation, and he speaks on it with like such authority and such like matter of factness that you kind of have to believe it. He uses
the English language. It's very fun.
My favorite quote: what he said, what did he say? He said.
Was it the one that he was saying to Shannon Sharp?
You're
a finite. No. Should I try and look it up?
I think I can find it faster because my friend sent it to me.
Oh, gotcha.
But it was such a funny thing. I was like, I'm using that all 2024 because yes.
Oh my god.
Because literally yes.
Oh, you have an unnatural allegiance to losers.
Yeah.
Or fuck,
your unnatural allegiance to losers is something.
I forget. It's not letting me look at the rest of it. But yeah, that was so funny. I literally cracked. Yes. Your unnatural allegiance to losers
is something.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it was a really funny time, and how like everyone was just saying things, and how like they were saying he's on drugs and he just wants attention and all that stuff. And he's like, I never did a hard drug my entire life. And I was like, honestly, there's a lot to be said about the underbelly of the Hollywood industry, right? Especially with all these people. And he was talking about like how if you're part of their program, you get like a weird faced, light skinned wife who never does interviews. And then they pulled up the freaking evidence. Every single one of these comedians had a weird faced, light skinned wife that I've never seen in an interview.
Like things are, coincidences are happening, right?
He's speaking a version of the truth that is observable,
right?
And y'all can say what you want to say, and people will do what they want to do, and ultimately it doesn't really matter. But he's on to something.
100%.
He's on to something.
And I think it's so like, he's clearly like a kooky guy, like obviously, and he's always has been. So I don't know why people are super surprised. But what I loved about it was that he would just drop these like no matter how crazy you may think he is or like out of it, whatever, like, which I don't think he just seems like this is his personality. He would just drop the most random nuggets of wisdom, just like things that like regardless, like these are just like true, like for like a person. I forget a lot of the things that I was like, I remembered, but that he had said, but I just felt like they were so like, I was like seeing the videos on TikTok and be like, damn, like
that's a good life lesson.
No, it's exactly. It's a good thing to live by. It's a good practice to have, even if like you maybe not like, I don't know, don't like Cat Williams. Like it's still like, that's still like true for a person, right?
And there's something to be said about being able to see the value of things regardless of who is saying these things to you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the crazy people, a lot of the rough around the edge type people usually have some of the best things to say, which is why they're kind of rough around the edges.
Yeah.
So take that with a grain, learn how to filter information.
Right.
But in the spirit of the underbelly of Hollywood, the most aggressive thing that's out right now, and the most, like the biggest plot twist of all time.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking is on the Epstein list.
Oh no. Yeah, that is
yikes.
Like I'm grossed out. I'm not entirely surprised. Just hear me out.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking was with a woman who he married and I think had children with.
Probably.
And then I think had because obviously his condition, had a nurse who looked after him, whom he began to cheat on his wife with her, and dumped his wife and went with this girl. So I just
want to know how you cheat.
Right. No,
on your, like, not how do you like psychologically, like physically, how do you, Stephen Hawking, cheat with your nurse?
Right.
Nurse, what do you want with Stephen Hawking?
Like he was flirting with her via the robot voice.
Oh my God, you're so sexy. Like,
look,
dry as hell.
I don't know. Man could pull a girl. Clearly. He was rizzed up for some reason. I do not know.
I take you somewhere.
No.
Oh no.
You know what? Maybe he was just well endowed, and she saw what he was working with, and was like, "I want a piece of that." Can you
even like work with anything if you can't?
I don't know.
Work with anything.
Oh, right.
Man couldn't even hold his head up. That's so disrespectful. But he couldn't. He couldn't hold his head up. How's he holding his head up? Know what I mean?
Right.
Wait.
Look, I don't know the mechanics, but
I want to know the mechanics.
Clearly, he was working with something.
Oh man.
So am I like? Well, I guess that's like a very big logical leap. That a man who will cheat on his wife will then go and
what are you saying? No, it makes sense. He cheated on his wife, so clearly he's fucking little kid.
For some reason, look, hear me out. I don't know why. Clearly his moral compass is at a certain level, like where things can sneak through. And if you're able to open the door for cheating and be okay with that, then what else are you willing to open the door for?
I'm hearing you out.
This is my brain. This is just my brain. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else.
I am hearing you out, but that is a leap.
It is, but it's my brain.
There are so many adulterers that aren't pedophiles.
Aren't going to traffic children. I agree with you. I agree with you. But here I am. And with his access, you know what I mean? Like you're like this big scientist. And if you have like this, like if your morals are kind of like twisted and you have that much access and money, like the stuff you could have access to, you know, like these everyday cheaters, they don't got like access like that. Okay. You know what I mean?
All right. So there was more to it.
Well, I just realized as we were talking. Okay. I'm coming to it.
To that point, I do have a theory in my brain. I've always had this theory.
Yeah.
That rich people get bored. That's how I'm like connecting your idea to the point where it's like, you have already a propensity for moral ambiguity. Yes. And then you have money and opportunity and access, and you get bored with just like the everyday things of life. Mm-hmm. So what is more interesting than the moral forays that you are already participating in? Taboos. And you can see over time and over history how societies, or the elites of societies, participate in very, very like taboo things because they have nothing else to do, but subvert reality. And not condoning it, not supporting it, obviously, but just identifying the pattern. And it's really sad that so many people with access and power might be participating in some of the most like nefarious behavior known to this country. Like the most like, who should be getting life in prison? You know what I mean? Who really should be getting the death penalty? Free Jerome for selling weed. It's okay. He's very undangerous. He's not public enemy number one. But all these kids that are missing, whole ass like classrooms just up and disappear. All of a sudden, Hillary Clinton over here on some freaking list. Like, no, arrest her. Maybe she shouldn't have access to what she has access to. Exactly. They killed him for a reason. This is again. We always go so this. Conspiracy. I know. It's like why we're not a conspiracy podcast. You know what? But this is the thing: is that we both need to admit is that we do love a conspiracy. I do. I'm not even trying to hide it. Like, I love. That's why we keep going there, because like low key, it's like so interesting to think about. Maybe we'll just have to start doing conspiracy things for this podcast moving forward. I would actually be really down for that. I'd be super down too. Doing some conspiracy episodes. Ooh, that could be really fun. Like a scary little rabbit hole to fall down in. Oh my God, guys, we're branching out in more ways than one. Oh my God. But anyways. Moving right along. Lessons of 2023. Speaking of branching out and what are you doing things? What do you got for me, girl? Okay. What have you learned from last year? God. Because I know what I learned from last year. It was kind of hard to write down. Like not because like I'm still I think partially for me, like we said, it's a week into 2024. I think I'm still processing 2023 because like I said, it wasn't like
such like a blatantly horrible year or blatantly like great year. But there are a lot of reasons why it should have been one or the other. But for some reason, I'm not personally feeling that way about it. So it's been hard for me to like process what has occurred in the year. But I think like a lot of the things, one thing about 2023 is I made a lot of like really good steps forward, like for myself, like personally. And when I'm thinking about these things, I'm thinking like mainly like career wise. I started at towards the end of the year, started focusing more on like being better at like budgeting and, really starting to take responsibility for like my financial standing and all these sorts of things, like trying to adult more in those ways. And I feel like I took that like next step in like adulting of like taking responsibility. Like not like I wasn't paying my bills before. right. I was always paying my bills. Like I do not have daddy paying for my phone. He actually kicked me off because I need to be responsible or whatever.
She's having a moment.
My parents are really, really great about prematurely kicking us out of the nest, which blessings and whatnot in some ways.
It's an African American thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. My dad's white, but he's
same thing.
Yeah,
and we know why.
Yeah,
we know he's white, but we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we know exactly. We know what we're talking about. But yeah, 100%. So I feel like I was just like taking a lot of like responsibility of like these more like adult things and whatnot. And so some things that I wrote down, some of the lessons that I learned from 2023. I think the biggest one, because I had the most to say about it, it is titled, Let It Be.
Let it be.
Let it be.
Let it be.
Yeah.
Let it be.
There we go.
Let it be. Let it be.
Let's have
Speaking words of wisdom. Let it be.
Let it be. Exactly that. 100%.
That's a good song.
It's a great song. I forgot about that song.
There you go.
Good one. But I think for me, like there were a lot of different like life variables that I have, like 2023, I realized, like truly realized. I've always known this. I've always known I've been a control freak and I've always known I can't control things. That's something I've been very acutely aware, but I really had to put that into practice this last year.
So sad. What? I've always been a control freak and I can control literally nothing. Oh,
yeah, it's a fun existence. Hence my anxiety.
Yeah,
it's all good. Right. But yeah, I think this year was really kind of putting that into practice in a lot of ways of like, there's just things that are going to be out of my control that I can, as much as I may like prep and avoid and practice and whatnot, life is going to happen. And one of those things, I'll give an example. I'll talk about it because now I can finally talk about it because it's settled, which was I have been going through a lawsuit for all of 2023 for a majority of this year.
Damn.
I guess half the year, maybe a little over half, like starting in June. I was served. There was basically like a very minor car accident. It was like 15 miles an hour. It was just such a frustrating situation. I will not go into it on this podcast, but I was going through this lawsuit and it was the first time as an adult that I had to deal with something legal. And that was so, so scary. And like also not knowing how to navigate it, I did not have the finances to like settle this immediately in the way that like maybe someone else could have just done
you're
it.
Fine, just take 10 grand.
Exactly. And it was really a moment where like I really broke down from it because I was like, it's a moment where you could have easily been defeated by it. And I was defeated by it for a moment because I was sitting there and I was like, I just cannot catch a break. Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, 2023, I was like, I'm making moves with my career. I'm doing stuff like I'm going to like, I started this podcast, like, we're doing all these things, to be better and to move in life and all these sorts of things. And then the moment where I feel like things are good, because it was like June when this happened, I was feeling pretty decent about life. I was feeling pretty good. Like, boom, I got hit with like this $25,000 like dollar like lawsuit on a car accident that really wasn't. It was not $25,000 worth of damages by no means. I consulted many people, and it was just so defeating. And I just had to realize that, like, I don't know. Like, I guess I'm gonna go into this analogy because I feel like this is perfect way to go about it. People always say like, you know, you can't have like, you know, life happen to you. And I feel like I was existing in this way of like life happening to me constantly. And the analogy that I think of is like you're like sitting like in the waves and like just waves just constantly crashing over you, and you're just being drowned by it. And you're just like you're like you sit up and you just wait for the waves to crash you down again. But something that, and this is a continuation, I didn't like learn this and I'm healed and I'm good to go in 2024, but something that I had to start learning in 2023 was I need to turn my body around and face the beach, because then I'll start body surfing. And it's much more enjoyable that way. Like yes, life is going to happen. The waves are going to keep crashing, but I need to like figure out and learn how to ride that wave of life rather than let them crash me and drown me.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy.
Thank you.
I can relate to that. I too can learn to face the beach sometimes.
Yes.
I don't feel the need to face the ocean. The ocean's so freaking scary.
It's scary and vast.
Yeah, it's huge, and it's like the quickest way to get discouraged is to look at how much stuff you have to do. We're just like, yeah, the beach is nice. It's pretty over there. It's nice and amazing. I'm thinking of the Barbie movie.
Oh gosh, my job is beach.
He had the right idea.
He did.
Okay.
He did.
His job. That's all he cared about. That's all he did.
He was going
His
somewhere.
job was beach.
His job was beach, and then I'm just trying to let that be my job. You know, my job is beach.
In the metaphorical life sense.
Yes.
Like your job is beach. Don't stress out. Just look at the beach. Wow, that's a good lesson.
Right.
I like that a lot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's, you know, I think that's been like the biggest thing, because I think I like in those moments, I go into like, I can in my own way go into crisis mode where I'm like, oh my, like I said, the defeatist mindset of like, oh my God, another fucking thing that has happened to me and I just cannot catch a break. And I'm just blah, blah, blah. And like, yes, it fucking sucks. And you need to sit in those moments and be like, damn, this is hard and this is rough and this is not fun. But also understanding like, look, it's not like the universe is like against you. It's not like life and God are like out to get you. You know, life just happens and there are things that you can't control. And unfortunately, I happened to tap an asshole of a guy 2 years ago, tap his car, and that's the car accident.
Just for the clarification.
Right,
just
exactly.
in case.
And that is just like shit that like I cannot, like obviously I can control maybe paying attention and being more aware in a car. Obviously that was my mistake. But like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like there's just things that you cannot control and you just have to kind of roll with it and like prepare yourself as much as possible, right? Like in terms of like the financial stress that caused, like there have been actions since that I've taken to like try and begin to continue to set myself up for like where I can be in a place where I'm not so financially stressed if that something like that happens. Or if like, you know, my tire, like I have I don't know. I was trying to make another thing, but I can't, it didn't happen the way I wanted it to. Anyways, so that's kind of the thing that I'm like just rolling with life as it comes to me and not like taking it. It's a weird thing to say, but not taking it so personally, like, wow, the universe is literally out to get me, because that's where my brain would immediately go. Like I literally, especially this lawsuit, when that happened, I was like, God does not want me to win. Like I was literally like, someone out there does not want me to succeed in life. You know, wow. It was very hard. You talk about conspiracy, literally. Someone in the astral plane is
some seventh dimensional being is really out to get
with
me.
Like 5 eyes and 30 arms.
I am not your strongest soldier.
I am not your strongest solder. I try to tell God that.
No weapon, man.
Right. But
they're
here
all
we
prospering.
are. Oh, they're all my weapons. The weapons are prospering.
The weapons are prospering.
Oh my God. No. Exactly. So I feel like that was probably like the biggest thing. And there's other things I just want to like continue on into 2024 that I feel like I was starting to do. I feel like I took a lot of leaps of faith in 2023, and I think I'm mainly talking about this podcast.
Yeah, I was like, oh, me too. Like this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that was like the main thing. Like I felt unprepared to do it, but like it was like a leap of faith, and like I'm doing it. I'm like, well, why did I feel like I couldn't do this? Like, why was I selling myself short?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm glad that I forced you to do this.
Right. I just needed to have like.
Because goodness, all the shit you were saying at the time, I was hearing you.
Right.
And, you know, I'm never one to invalidate a person's feelings. I like people to own and like experience the full brunt of their entire emotions and whatnot. Yeah. But I was like, Liv, I know the Wow. Wow. That was the first time I called you Liv in like so long. God.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
You slipped up.
I know.
My name's Renee. Anyways, go on.
Her name is Olivia Renee. Lynn.
Yes. Not the full name. Not that.
I know. I kind of scared myself with that one. I was like, oh, well, she's not in trouble. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
What was I talking about?
You were trying to tell me.
Oh, I was like, yeah, Renee, we have these conversations.
Yeah.
So regardless of whether you understand the conversation that we're having, because maybe you don't know this, but I'll tell this to the audience. The people have to know that I don't really go to people for advice. People don't have a lot to offer me in terms of like information. They just like stress me out and tell me things that like don't matter to me. But you, if I actually had things I was like stressed out about, things I actually wanted like input on, I would talk to you about it.
Yes.
So like this information like you have in your brain, whether you know that you're saying it or how you're saying it, whatever, you are saying it. So I was like, this can definitely be a thing. You have information inside you.
Information.
So why are you so scared about this? I don't understand. Nope, this is happening. We're doing it.
Yes.
And
I definitely.
Here we are.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that was also like, there's something like, like I'm a lesson from 2023, because it wasn't just even in this podcast. It was like in areas of like my like work in which I've started to really advocate for myself, which also encouragement from Matt, who was like, what do you mean? Like you are so capable. Advocate for yourself. You deserve that raise. You deserve that promotion.
Isn't it so interesting? Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're totally
But isn't it so interesting how easy it is for people to see the value in other people, and how hard it is for them to see it in themselves? Reference to the conversations we were having about
earlier.
The same thing. It's like he sees it in you. Why do you struggle seeing it in yourself? I don't understand.
It's always harder to see it in yourself, for sure.
Not for me.
Not for me. I know exactly what I'm.
Exactly how much I'm worth, and that's the problem.
You are way too confident.
Yeah, that is the problem. We'll talk about that when I talk about.
You're a Capricorn. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But yeah, I think that's like a lesson too. Is like be more have more confidence in myself, because I know that like I know internally, but then there's like, I guess, I don't know that I would say like I'm not a confident person, but I definitely can sell myself a little short sometimes. And
false humility type.
Less humility.
No, false humility.
Oh,
like fake humble. Like, oh, like I don't think I'm too much better.
Maybe,
than
but
myself.
like not like intentionally trying to be like, oh my god, like I'm shy, but I'm not actually. But like, you know, like not those bitches. I hate those people. Get on my nerves. Like I know what you're doing.
Yeah, right. Like stop it.
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. I see right through your bullshit. Anyways, no, yeah, I guess like that kind of idea. So I don't really know that I'm doing it. Yeah, I think just having more confidence in myself and like trusting. Yeah. And then within that, because I think because this is my other thing, knowing the difference between contentment and stagnation. And I think I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Knowing, and I think I've talked about this a little bit on the podcast. I think even in our last episode, maybe, doesn't matter, where we were just talking about like it's okay to like be in moments of like, I'm good where I'm at. I'm like in a rhythm. I'm growing in the ways that I need to, and I'm okay. Like you get into like a flow, and like it's cool to like exist in that flow for a bit before you're like, okay, now knowing then like when to pivot from that flow and get into a new flow, essentially. I think I like, even like going into this new year, there were things that I was just like, oh, I didn't even realize I was too comfortable in certain areas. And I was talking to my sister about it, and she was like, maybe you were just like with work, because I was talking to her about that, and she was like, you literally have a whole degree, and like you can do so much more than what you are doing right now, and specifically with the job that's paying me money, not this podcast.
Right.
And I was like, you know what, you're so right. Like there's just like areas, like because I was like, I'm happy in a relationship, and like there's these certain things, like because I feel like sometimes like with a relation, like I'm chilling in it, and like you can kind of, maybe as a woman, I don't know, like as a man, I feel like guys are always like, I need to do more to be, so I can provide for this person.
If they're a good man.
Yes, yeah. If you're
I know many men that are chilling.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of women listening to this can relate. Like, yeah, my man needs to.
Right.
Anyways.
Exactly. But I feel like there's just like certain areas like where I just feel like, like I've gotten to like content and happy, like fat and happy, essentially.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so I think that's pretty much like the to summarize and like the
your
lesson.
little reflections from 2023.
Exactly.
Interesting. My reflections are kind of in a similar vein almost.
Ooh.
I know I say I don't do resolutions, but my year last year was coming off of 2022 where I lived very on purpose. Everything I did was hyper fixated on. Everything I did was very strategic almost.
Okay.
And I don't necessarily think that's a bad trait that I have, but I started to see a little more value in the fact that people kind of live without so much consideration for the future in a way that's like more impulsive. Act first, process later type.
Yeah.
And in a pursuit for balance, I decided that 2023 would be my like whimsical year, if you would say. So
Whimsical.
kind of not impulsive, but risky with the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Just like, let's see what happens,
Totally.
type stuff. Leaving my corporate job,
Yes.
figuring that out. Working at a bar, figuring that out. Doing the thing in relationships that I normally would not do.
Okay.
In the sense that the person that I dated last year was not a person that I necessarily would have dated if I was participating in the same frame of thought
that I
usually participate in. But I was like, you know what? Even if what I think is correct, let me like experience it and go from there. What ended up happening was exactly what I thought was going to happen, which is fine.
Right.
But like in the moment I was participating in it, it was such an enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
Like I really, really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Which I see what people are saying in the sense that, you should just enjoy these experiences. But also I'm like, this is very unnecessary because it was such an enjoyable experience that I don't have right now.
Right.
So
Right.
me and the way my brain works is like, I'm not trying to put myself in all these experiences that I enjoy so much just to have them be what they become.
Right.
If you can predict what they're going to become regardless. But there is a value I've found kind of piggybacking off of your lesson. Going with the flow a little bit.
Yeah.
Really just experiencing what that is for what it is and taking what you take away from it.
Yeah.
Maybe I did that a little bit too much last year. Maybe I could have been a little bit more deterministic.
Okay.
But I really liked what happened. I really liked the happenings that happened because I just let them happen.
Gotcha.
Versus me like actively trying to achieve a certain outcome or like really participating in a mode of behavior to get a result.
Right.
Like it was just nice to feel something and act on it and kind of process it, but also like not really act on that processing in a way. So
Wow, we're just a bunch of control freaks.
I will say yes to that, but why not? If you like you suffered, you struggled. And you find such stress in the fact that you're a control freak that can't control shit. I am a control freak that has the ability to control shit. Most of the things in my life exist 100% within my control.
Yes.
And that's just kind of boring.
I think it's just the things that we're talking about that you can and can't control. Because like to a degree, like I like there are things like I think I got like 3 flat tires this year.
That's just crazy.
An insane amount.
That's so
An
crazy.
insane amount. And no, I was not only one time was it because of a curb. All right. I'll get it out
We
of the way.
appreciate your honesty,
And
for
only
sure.
one time was it because of a curb. And
Hey, that's
really,
30%.
And it was a really narrow street, and there was a car passing me by, and I had to
Oh my
squeeze
God.
over. And the curb was all cracked and broken. It was
I
not
will say,
my
I will
fault.
say, Renee is a really good driver.
I'm a great driver.
She's a really good
I'm a
driver.
great driver.
I feel very safe in the
Yes.
passenger seat when she's driving.
Thank you. I appreciate that because it's such a cliche, but I swear I'm not that girl.
Oh, this girl had a 3 flat tire. Okay.
She had a curb. Which, by the way, shout out Charlie for telling Matt how to fix that flat tire because that was unfortunate.
Yes.
I did not know how. I didn't know I even had a spare in my car.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that was. Well, I didn't know that was I remember. Sorry.
You're telling on yourself so unnecessarily.
Clearly, I don't know very much about cars because literally, I remember I told Matt and he was like, "Okay, I'll like put the spare on for you until we can get you a new tire." And I was like,
There's
he was
spares?
like, I was like, "Where? What do you mean? Where's the spare? Like, are you gonna get a spare?" And he was like, "No, the spare is in your car."
Or at least it should be.
Yeah, and especially if you've never had to use. He's like, "Have you ever used your spare before?" And I was like, "No."
What's a spare?
And I was like, "There's what?" And he found it. It was under the thing, and I was
in
like,
the
"Wow,
trunk.
it's been there
the whole time. Just
and
out
there's
of the
a
way.
whole thing to do. Literally had no idea, and it was so funny because then Charlie was just talking to FaceTimed Matt to tell him how to change. It was a whole problem. Anyways,
You know what? Good on. So I don't even know what the fuck I was saying.
Oh,
I was gonna say something. I forget what it was.
oh,
But I was gonna congratulate somebody.
Charlie.
I don't remember.
Anyways, I went on a little bit of a tangent. Control. There are certain things that just there are variables that happen to you that can't always be completely in your control. You know what I mean? Even some of the other flat tires, just having to drive on the 405 a lot. You just get nails happen.
Nails,
it's very annoying.
Crazy stuff.
So I feel like there are things that even people to some degree, because I know you feel like you can control people to some degree, people are going to do what they're going to do. And they have their own worlds and universes and realities that they live in that's informing their decisions and their whatevers. And as much as you can try and influence that, people are ultimately just going to do what they're going to do.
You know what it is?
What?
And I'll clarify this for all the people that know me that are listening to this. Never try to control people. That's a waste of time.
Yeah.
But you can predict their behavior through understanding how they exist. So it's sure, you can't control them like a little marionette puppet. But if you're not surprised by what they do and you can adjust your life in relation to what you understand them to exist by, you can strategically place yourself in the best possible situation.
You are great at having reasonable expectations. That is something that a lot of people could probably learn from you, from that, because I find a lot of people do not have reasonable expectations of other people.
Yeah. I 100% expect you to be exactly who you are.
Yeah. Fair enough. That's fair.
Yeah. And I make it my entire goal to figure out what that is for you.
Gotcha.
Keeps me very satisfied. Again, when people are always existing within your expectations, then you can only ever be surprised if it's they're existing outside of it. And usually when people exist outside of my expectations, it's a good thing. I was oh wow, you didn't do that thing that you usually do. That's really destructive and that annoying
that was
pattern
really
of
destructive.
behavior. Yeah, wow, you superseded your innate habits.
Yeah. That's funny.
Good for
wow,
you.
not the psychological read.
Good for you. I love that for people.
Yes.
But within that, I don't know where I was going with that.
I think I kind of hijacked. You were talking about
jerk.
control. Yeah, sorry. With your looking back at 2023, you had mentioned
there's something to be said about relinquishing control and being okay with the things that happen when you're not actively trying to make something happen. And it's nice. I got put into a lot of interesting spaces and I've made a lot of memories and dealt with a lot of emotions that I usually wouldn't deal with and had to process things that I usually wouldn't have to process.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It was cool. I liked it. And I am trying to find a way to bridge those two ideas because my innate nature is to be very decisive, very aggressive in the sense you act in a way to get the result that you want in the world and plow the field, being a very active participant in your destiny. And I'm like trying to find where it's okay to be a little more impulsive and not think of the like every possible future implication that an action will have and whether that is more necessary. I don't 100% have the answer to that for myself yet, but this year I'm going to be exploring that more. So be a little more intentional for some things, be a little bit more whimsical on other things. Because I will say, another takeaway from 2023, living your life whimsically without any intention also comes with its own limitations. Like there's a lot of things that you probably should not. And me understanding like myself, like I don't have to go through these things. Very unnecessary things to go through. Maybe I should not text that girl. You know, very, very unnecessary thing to do.
Put the phone down.
Unnecessary, like for what purpose? For what purpose? And now the questions that I'm asking myself is like, why am I doing this? What is this going to accomplish? Even if I can find, like, the answer doesn't have to be profound. If I can just find anything, like, I just want to experience this, that would be a good enough answer for me. But if I can see no purpose in doing something, I'm not going to do it.
I like that. I like that. Balance.
Indeed.
Bringing in more balance.
What I strive for, truly.
Oh, yeah. Forever pursuing.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
But do you have any other things to talk about 23, or do you want to...
No, I
future
feel like
plan?
we can. Yeah, I feel like we should get into future planning. I think overall, I am proud of myself for the way I was in 2023.
Love that.
I feel overall proud. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Oh, also too, just one last little one. I don't have to do life alone. I can reach out. I can rely on people. That's another big one for me. I don't have to. Like with the whole lawsuit thing, I thought I had to figure it all by myself. My mom was like, "You do not call your father. Talk to your sister. Like we are literally here for you, willing to help you." And I was like, "No."
Yeah, especially you specifically. You have you have so many lifelines and support systems.
Yeah. When it comes to like adult responsibility, like I feel like I can. I don't know. Like I feel like when it comes to adult responsibility, I always feel like I have to figure it out by myself, and I really don't. Like I do have people I can talk to and get advice from and figure out. Like even my sister, I sent her my resume recently for her to like look at it and edit it for me or give me like advice on how to make it better. Lots of notes, but
Thanks,
really good.
Yeah.
But like really good because if in the future I want to like get like another job or like a better paying job, whatever. I was like, I need to be able to, it was just like a good moment for me. Like, hey, like I could use some help on this. Usually I would just go on the internet and try and figure it out myself. But my sister,
Chat GPT it up.
She's great at getting jobs. Like she's so good, like at like just switching her life around and like, it's amazing. Like she's truly a talent. And I was like, let me reach out to a sister who literally clearly knows what she's doing and get some advice from her. Ask for help. Yeah. But anyways, getting into 2024. Are you uncomfortable by that?
I mean, I like to say that you're existing within my expectations.
Oh no, not you using that on me. Not you using it on me. Oh my gosh. I did like, it was funny because I was trying to like not do this. I was trying to be like just as like eloquent and like thoughtful.
Yeah, no, your little imagery and everything, that was very good.
Thank you.
I wish I made a cute little analogy.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, get on my level. Anyway.
Yeah, low-key, Jesus Christ.
I didn't do the same thing with 2024. I was trying to be very like,
It's harder to be metaphorical when you're talking about the future.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is fair.
So I did the ins and outs trend. Have you seen that? Or people do like for the new year, you say like you have an in list and an out list. What's in this year? What's out this year? Okay. And people will do it like for fashion, for like you can do personal life, etc. So you have all these things.
You told me I could have made one.
I literally did this on the way here.
Oh, well, there you go.
Because I was thinking about it. Like I was thinking about the 20, like I've been thinking about what to say and I wasn't writing it down because I was like 2024, like I had like, it was just like hard for me to like think so beautifully eloquent. I knew, as you said, harder to think about the future than it is to like reflect on the past. So I was having a hard time like putting it into beautiful words. So then I saw this morning and I was like, maybe I should just because I know it, but how do you, for a podcast, put it here?
Take it out. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. What's in?
Okay. What is in for me this year? It's kind of a long list.
Got it.
Finding balance in the in-between. Funny, balance. Dressing to impress. Dress to impress. A red lip. French pressed coffee. Budgeting.
Nice.
Book clubs. And honorable mention, high fantasy novels. A good denim pant. Like I want more. I'm really into denim. I really like denim pants.
For sure.
I'm very concerned.
It's not concern. It's just like it's curiosity.
I see like Blue was wearing, my sister, she was wearing this really cute pair of pants, like denim pants. And I was like, where'd you get those? And of course she thrifted them because she always thrifts and she's always really good at thrifting.
Go thrift with her. Why are you upset?
I'm so upset. Because you know what will happen? We'll go thrifting together and we'll find nothing. Watch. That's exactly what will happen. But I've realized that I really enjoy denim and I really like wearing like a good pair of denim pants. So I want to get more. Anyways, sunrises are also in. Confrontation is in. I know. Fun. Wow. Friend dates are in. Dogs are also in for me. You'll see in my Outlist. Intentional mornings are in for me.
Like mornings in the morning,
like the morning time. Yeah, and like in intentional mornings, sunrises and intentional mornings.
It sounded like you were saying like morning, like
in morning,
like you're crying and shit. Like
Gosh, yeah, grief. No, I'm not talking. I'm not talking about grief here, folks. No grief. Like the sun is coming out. Baking pies.
Nice.
Strumming a guitar.
We should bake a pie.
Oh my God, we should do for your TikTok.
Yeah.
I would be super down. That should be the dessert because I know we've been wanting to do it. Yeah, we should do that 100%.
Perfect.
I love a pie. Strumming a guitar. And then last but certainly not least, not by a long shot, heavy flirting with my man. That is what's in for my 2024.
We're going to have a flirting episode soon too. So I'm curious to see how that
goes.
Yeah.
Well, I want to like really flirt with him. I feel like I've kind of stopped.
Like building the sexual tension.
Yeah, I want to be more like, honestly, we are fairly playful,
cute and fun.
But like, I want to be more so that. Yeah, I want to do more of that.
I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Should I go to my Outlist? I feel like it's like plays off of the other. Yeah.
Continue.
Okay. So my Outlist for 2024, gossiping, complaining / negative speak. I feel like I just planed and a little too much. Not doing that this year. Well, in moderation. I'll probably gossip just a little bit, but you know what I mean.
No. Please, I need the gossip.
Oh my God. But just like a little less complaining and like negative speak in general. Snoozing my alarm is out. Doom scrolling is out. Cats are out. Yeah, dogs are in, cats are out. Which is a big, because I've been a pretty big cat person my whole life, but being around a bunch of dog people, plus working where I work, and there's so many dogs that are around, like so many people have dogs, and I see dogs all the time, and I've really warmed up to them. I kind of love dogs right now. The need to do everything alone. I just talked about that. Heavy drinking is out. This is a continuation. I'm just kidding.
Boo, no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
But like I'll still like drink on like fun, like special occasions, like when it's necessary, but random heavy drinking, not
like
gonna
by
do.
yourself in your apartment, that's lame.
Yeah. Or just like even like if I go out with friends, I don't have to get fucked up when I go out with them. Like it can be a cute cocktail and that's about it.
Welcome to 25.
Exactly. Because the hangovers are getting a little too brutal.
Yep.
Coffee for breakfast is out. Control is out. LOL. Apples are out.
Damn, I wanted to make an apple pie. God,
well, like just like a straight up apple. I like apple pie.
Okay, cool. We're all the same.
Yes. Leasing a car is out. I'm trying to buy my car. Driving to OC. Wink, wink. Hint, hint.
Hey yo, that just can't be out all of a sudden.
Move to LA, Jem, please.
Driving to OC is out. Like, well, no, I live here. We have to do this here.
But move to LA.
Oh my God, ma'am.
That was me.
That should not be part of your list. That's talking about expectations for people. Talking about all these high expectations for people. Jesus Christ. Driving to OC is out in 2024. For sure. I got you.
Got a deadline. I'm just kidding. I thought that one was funny. Because I was driving while I was making this.
That's fair. There was traffic and an accident
today. It was so annoying.
Yeah, driving this shit is out. Out, completely out.
I'm over it. We're done with it. We're over it. I can't do it anymore. Okay.
Thank you for always driving.
Of course. No, it's really, you do so much for this podcast. It's really like,
I appreciate it.
It's the least that I can do.
I appreciate
it's like arrive, you know.
Hey, find another space in LA and we can have it there.
All right. For sure.
Balls in your court, ma'am.
Damn. Okay. And then the last couple, Airbnbs are out.
Really?
I stayed in a hotel for New Year's Eve. And it was just so nice. I love the vibe of a hotel. Like, it really is just so enjoyable. And Airbnbs kind of suck half the time. So it can be hard.
You don't have to convince me on a hotel. I love a good hotel.
It's been a while since I stayed in a hotel. And we did. And I was like, this is so fun. I enjoyed it. We stayed at the Marriott down in San Diego. The one that we stayed at that one time. Were we right by you?
You know, I'm formulating up. I am starting to form my Inlist. And the first thing on that list is checking my friend's location.
I know you do have my location.
I don't do that shit. Because I don't think it's necessary. But how the...
Were you in the same hotel?
No, but I was in the same location.
Oh, yeah, because we went to Little Italy for dinner. Look, I thought about it because I knew you said you were going to be in San Diego, but Matt and I were just going to want to spend time with just us anyways.
I will give that to you because of the context of what y'all were going through.
Yes.
But never again.
Never again.
Never let that happen ever again.
We just wanted to spend New Year's alone.
No, that's crazy.
Two. I did think about it, but I was like, well, we're just going to spend it just us. Okay, last two. Let me get through these. What else is out? Lazy mindset towards my health. Too many excuses for why. Like I have some like maladaptive habits when it comes to like I'll start eating healthy and then something will happen like getting sued and then I get really stressed and and I'm like, yeah, fuck my health. I'm like, I'm just going to give in to whatever cravings and whatnot that I want. Anyways, no more lazy mindset towards my health.
I'll stop bringing you candy.
As you brought me some gummy bears today, yeah, you're really helping.
Hey, man.
I brought myself an orange.
Yeah, you really
a banana.
did.
But now, here's some gummy bears. Really not helping this.
Nice.
No, actually, it was great. Thank you so much. It was really sweet. It's okay. It PEMDAS because I had a really good smoothie this morning for breakfast.
It PEMDAS? Is that what you said?
It PEMDAS.
Girl mouth?
Yeah, it cancels out.
Love that.
Okay, and then the last one. Avoiding the dentist. I really need to go to the dentist this year. Guys, I do not want to tell you how long it's been since I've gone to the dentist. There is a high chance I'll probably have to get a root canal.
Damn.
Who knows?
Are you in pain?
No, I'm not.
Then probably
I'm not. But like, it's been, okay, I'll just say it. I have not gone to the dentist. I'm 25 years old. I graduated college in 2020. I have not been to the dentist since my sophomore year of college. So probably like 2018.
Man, I really thought you were about to say since you graduated.
No, 20.
Like, that's not that bad.
Even worse. About like 6 years.
Is crazy.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not good. I take relatively good care of my teeth, but honestly, if Matt was listening to me, he would laugh in my face and be like, "Don't lie." And I'm not going to tell you guys the truth. So.
No, we talked about your oral hygiene on our deal breaker episode way back at the beginning of this.
Yeah, don't look back on that.
Don't,
listeners,
episode 2.
Do not listen back.
Episode 2, about 15 to 25 minutes in.
Damn, now you remember it.
Tell her, listen to everything she's saying about her oral hygiene. Yeah, I remember that. And I was flabbergasted. Bamboozled, disgusted.
Yeah, hence
even.
why I need to go to the. I've been a lot better about my hygiene in the last few years, couple years. Last year, it's gone less and less.
Yeah,
I've definitely been better about it. But those first years after I had, I wasn't taking the greatest care of my teeth. Could have been taking better. Definitely not really flossing at all for sure back then. You live and learn. Anyways, we're moving on. What is your aspirations and what are you wanting to do in 2024? Jem.
What's in for me this year?
Stalking your friends.
Yeah, checking my friends' locations since they want to be assholes and be in the same city as me for holidays and not even tell me that was a thing. When you invite them
I know.
to the freaking city that they happen to be in. That's just rude. It's just rude.
Look, I didn't plan to go to San Diego.
It's fine.
I planned to stay home.
No, yeah, I remember.
Did.
I remember what you were planning. I remember what the fuck you were planning. It's okay. It's okay because I understand.
Yes.
It's okay because I understand. But I just want you to know how much that bothers me. See, not a lot of things bother me, but the things that bother me really bother me.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I had a great time. I was not missing you that night at all. But it's the principle. It's the principle.
It's the principle.
It's the principle. Like, what if I was in Italy one day and you just so happen to visit and you're not going to hit me up?
Right.
Rude. Just
no,
rude. If you're in my city, say hi to me.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
Cooking more is in. Eating out less is out. Or eating out is out. Mm-hmm. Unless it's at like a nice restaurant. All this DoorDash stuff, unless they sponsor me, is out.
Yeah.
That is
That's
super
a good
out.
one.
Because I spend too much money on, what do you call those things? Delivery apps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. I could show you the.
Oh no!
But
I
I'm
don't
not
want
going
to.
I don't want to look at it. I don't want anybody to know about it. Just know I'm going to be
It's your
eating
dirty
out.
little secret.
Yeah, a little bit, and that's why I like doing it so much because it feels like so. I don't like everything else is like always on top of it for me, but like this is the one thing like my guilty pleasure. What else is in? Filming more is in. Recording more is in. Editing more is in. Exercising more is in.
Hell yeah.
Dating more is in.
Ooh. Some stories that you'll bring onto the podcast, maybe?
Maybe. We'll see.
Give us some content.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know how much of my life I want to contentify.
This is fair. This is fair.
Every other part of my life is very content filled.
Right.
But it's fine.
Yep.
Maybe.
That's
I'll
fair.
definitely talk about it if it comes up. Mm-hmm. What else is in? Friendships are in. I want more friends. I want better friends. I was talking to my friend about how what did I say to her? Let me see if I can find it. I don't text her too much. I want more people that bring me peace versus less people that don't. Because all the people that didn't are already on my life. So I want more people I enjoy being around.
Gotcha. That's good.
Mm-hmm. So more people I enjoy being around is in. Traveling more is in. Vlogging more is in.
Ooh,
I
yes.
need to learn how to vlog better. Like, I kind of get it, but it's not as like easy for me as like editing this podcast or like my food videos. I don't have a firm grasp on it.
Yeah.
So like when I do vlog, I'm not making videos that like I'm proud of per se.
Right.
Like they're okay, but like they don't feel like my style of video.
Right.
So more of that.
Hell yeah.
What is out? I don't even want to say this is out, but I'll say it's out. Toxicity is out.
Okay. Like I don't want to say it, but
Yeah, like I kind of don't want to say that's out, but that should be out.
Yeah.
Toxicity is out. Passiveness is out. Nonchalance is out.
ooh.
Nonchalant.
You want to be real chalant.
Yes. Very chalant, if you will. No more of that nonchalance. Very, very chalant. You want to be real challenged. Sure do. Much more proactive. Less argumentative. Arguments are out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to let people just have their say. I'm not going to argue with people because I really double down on things because like my answer is usually correct and I double down on it because I know it's correct and I know why it's correct. But like, why am I trying so hard? If they don't want to receive the correctness, I shouldn't be stressing myself out for that.
Totally.
I think that's it for me.
Nice. That's a good one. I love how that one's like the opposite of my confrontation. And I guess my confrontation's less so like really aggressive, but more so like speaking, like I guess more so in like the sense of like if my feelings get hurt, like even if it's like a small thing, like maybe like voice it to like the person.
I didn't enjoy that.
Hey, that like hurt my feelings. Or hey, like I wish, well, you know what I mean? Like more like very like less, very non-aggressive stuff, but a little bit more confrontational in those senses.
You know what I want this year? I want to understand why people fight for what they fight for. And then I want to find something to fight for.
Wow. That's beautiful and sad all at the same time.
Yeah.
Because that implies that you don't have anything to fight for right now.
Not like a person. Like I have like my life, but I always like advocate for myself and like fight for myself and put myself in a position to really benefit from the aggression that I naturally put into the world.
Yeah.
But like I want to share that. And I need to figure out what it is about people that makes them want to fight for things, and then try to find that in a person for myself.
Love
and
that.
Fight for that shit.
Fight for that shit. Hell yeah. I love fighting for shit.
Yeah, I know.
Catch me in the back alley.
Hey, yo. Yeah, we're not fighting for the same things. But go on,
with a box
queen.
cutter.
Yeah, like, oh no. Somebody stop her. Before she gets herself killed in the back alley with a box cutter. You're at the wrong fights, my friend.
Me and my coworkers say that all the time.
Box cutter alley fights?
Yeah, like my manager will. It's a long story.
It's a whole thing. But yeah, we want to collab with people this year too.
Yeah,
bring
some
different
podcast
voices,
aspirations.
different ideas, different stories to the audience, and of course, grow more.
I think in our motto, bringing more nuance to the conversations of the internet, I think that also requires bringing in people to allow for even more nuance than what we, just us two, can provide.
We can only provide so much nuance.
Exactly. Guys, we are at wit's end.
We're out of nuance.
We are out of the nuance. Look, I've really done everything I could do.
It's not that crazy, but yes, I agree.
But I think it'll be really fun to bring in some like new energy, fresh energy of like different people to be able to like riff off of like other people's like input, opinions, ideas, thoughts on different things.
Like our childhood friends and or significant others.
Yes, I am very excited.
I'm excited to talk to him.
We will definitely have Matthew on this podcast.
One of the first ones. So we can test it out.
Exactly.
Least.
He will be our little guinea pig.
Very good. Very good.
Yes. He actually recently just did a podcast with someone. So he's already getting tested.
I feel betrayed. Why am I not the first? It's fine.
Well, it's,
Yeah. I do know. Yeah. And it's okay.
Now you're just being betrayed left and right. Your feelings are hurt, brother.
I'm a very sensitive person.
You are.
And you kind of have to be a true artiste.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But like I was telling Renee earlier.
Yes.
I pride myself in the most adequate form of emotional expression and regulation. I regulate my emotions better than anyone I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll die on that hill. I will die on it, for real. I will die on that hill.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I'm just saying. But anyways, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Very exciting stuff. So really looking forward to it.
I'm just like, New Year's always come with like a clean slate.
Yeah.
Even though, like I was saying in the other episode, the time is arbitrary.
Right.
Yes, it is arbitrary, but still, it's the time that we all agree that things change. So naturally, we have to focus on the things changing.
Yeah.
And when we focus on the things that change, they feel different. It feels like you can do different things.
Especially when there's like a collective energy. Everyone all around the world, well, not everywhere, maybe not in places like if you're Ethiopian, because they're on a different.
Well, still.
I think so. Or maybe they're not. I know that's like, there's like Chinese New Year, but like there's different, like, or even a Persian New Year, all these sorts of things. So yes. But like for the Western world, I guess I'll say, everyone, so much collective energy. Everyone agrees that this is a new year, new energy. And when so many humans are focusing in on that, they're just like, you can't not notice it. There can't not be a shift. You know what I mean? I definitely believe in that. Like energy shifts, collective,
collective consciousness and stuff like that.
Exactly.
I agree.
So it's hard to, despite your like, opinions on it, you can get all logical with it for sure.
And it's like, I'm not wrong per se.
No,
but
it is like, sure, it is what
more.
we created, but that's like the beauty of it is like the world, like time is literally we created.
It's a social construct.
Exactly. So
social constructs are real, and here we are participating in them. I don't know. I think truly, at the time of that recording, I was just in a mood.
Well, That's fair.
Yeah.
So
that's what that was.
you're like, guys, let me level with you.
Yeah, I was in a mood. So here we are.
Yeah.
Appreciating the fact that mood is over.
Yeah.
And left that guy back in
Yeah,
2023.
we left him in 2023.
And new year, new me.
Yes.
Not really.
Say- oh my gosh.
But that's kind of all I have to talk about today.
Yeah, me too.
Let
I
us
love that.
know what's in and out for y'all this year. That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
We can get with this or we can get with that.
And with that, like and follow our Instagram page, our TikTok, our YouTube, because now we're going to start having all the episodes actually, because as we said at the beginning of the episode, they're edited. We just have to post them. So
And that's really all on me. I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
Laziness is out for this year.
Lazy,
Hey,
yeah, no
yo.
more lazy mindset.
I'm not really a lazy person.
You really aren't, literally at all. You guys should see this guy's phone. He literally has like reading for 15 minutes allotted out in his morning.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Not lazy, but definitely I procrastinate on things that I have to do.
Gotcha.
I err on the side of prioritization. So it's like things that need to be done, I will put that off to later and prioritize another healthy thing to do.
Yes.
And like I can get away with it because this is still something that needs to be done.
Oh, I see.
But it's like, no.
But it's not
you
as
should be doing the thing that's supposed to be done, not
Right.
things that are good to be done.
Right.
You know?
That's a good distinction for sure. But yeah, good stuff. Oh, and also like our Facebook page.
That Facebook page. That Facebook page.
She's like the weird aunt. You
Yeah.
know, the weird great aunt specifically.
Twice removed.
Yeah, twice
Oh
removed.
my gosh, she married into
She's-
the family, but we liked her enough to let her stay. Yeah. All right, Facebook, do your thing, 21, do your thing. But
Exactly.
anyways, at the end of the day, I'm Jam.
And I'm Renee.
And we're the
Intellectuals.
Intellectuals. Signing off. Until next time.
Bye.